Yeah. Hi. This is our first episode of Too Close for Comfort. Is that what we decided on? Right?
That's what you decided on. Actually,
That was you.
Yeah, I did make up the name.
I
but
threw
then
some
you
ideas.
accepted it, so
Yeah, it's been a while since we started talking about it, so I forgot the name.
oh, you were thinking about like the Nook and other like small type of things because this room, our room, the master bedroom, is not going to be where we're actually going to be doing this podcast. I don't know why I just did the quote fingers. I'm kind of nervous this type of format because now I actually have to be careful what I say because normally I edit the videos, and if I say some
This is all
weird
raw
stuff, I'm gonna put a pin in that till later. If I say some weird stuff in a video, I can edit it out or like make it sound not as bad because I can say some pretty wild stuff sometimes. But anyways, we're normally gonna be recording in the room next to us, which is a smaller room. It's our fourth
It's more
bedroom.
like a closet.
Yeah, it's more of a closet space, and that's why she was thinking the Nook because it's a smaller space, and we're probably gonna end up having bean bags maybe, or like a small comfy kind of chair, and then put up little
It's a work in
decorations.
progress. We're still trying to figure things out.
Yes, this is a very
this is a temporary space, but I mean we got a few things going. We got our little mics put to work. This won't be a forever thing.
yeah, no, we're gonna build it up as we go.
It will get more professional, I promise.
Yeah, like literally behind the camera we have a giant like $200 light that I just bought.
Yeah.
Resting on top of one of our dining table chairs, which is sitting sideways
or laying sideways. It's only because we didn't realize. I mean, there were two different lights, but this light specifically that we bought isn't necessarily a stand. It's like one of those lights that you stick to a table. That was like a little clamp, and the other light was an actual, tripod.
Light with a proper.
But we thought that this light had the tripod, but that wasn't the case. So we stuck it to the chair thing. So that's what we're rolling with.
Yeah, she was freaking out right before we started recording. She's like, the lighting's gonna be so unprofessional and everything just sucks right now. I'm like, oh well, it wasn't supposed to be perfect the first time anyways. If we wait for it to be perfect, we'd never start this freaking podcast, which was her idea, by the way. But little disclaimer,
I just have like a full set in my mind that I just want that to get going already.
Yeah, well, it's gonna take time. Anyways, my disclaimer, like I just said, it's her idea. But in the event it sucks, it's still her idea. But in the event it's great and people like this and it does good, it was all me. You had nothing to do with this.
I have this video as proof now. You're a butthole.
No, she came up with this. This is gonna be what she's in charge of on our YouTube channel and potentially on Spotify if you end up doing that. Are you gonna do that?
We'll see how things go. We're gonna stay on YouTube for a little while to see how this all turns out, but eventually, yeah, it'll be on some other apps.
Yeah. So she's in charge of that. I'm still doing vlogs and regular videos and in charge of the YouTube thing. She's also in charge of TikTok, which she's doing good at. We're close to 1 million likes on one video. It's got like what, 4 million something views?
It's almost at 5. I think it's like 4.8.
Sick. But anyways, we're going to
get a little closer.
We got a little sidetracked from my liking there. Because
that's just how things go.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just how it's gonna be with us. Honestly, we get sidetracked very easily. We can go off on tangents. We can talk about one thing for like ever, which is why she wanted to do the podcast originally. Not because we're going with the trend that everybody else is. Actually, maybe
a little bit.
We're getting caught up
a little bit,
but I don't know. It just fits us because even without the camera being present or anything, having to do with social media, like normally we can just talk forever and ever and ever. So why not try to make a little buck off of it, you know? May as well. But too close for comfort. My definition of it, I don't know if you have any other definition of it, but I think it's because sometimes we can't give a little too much information. So that's where the comfort part comes in. Because even when we first started YouTube and since then, you know, our family and friends have sometimes like messaged us on the side and be like, yo, it's a little bit too much. You guys are
just
weird.
the way we are.
But that's just how we are, you know? Sometimes we're a little too close for other people's comfort. And then the other definition, obviously, we're going to be in a smaller room, so it's going to be a little packed in. So, too close for comfort. That's the definition of it.
Yeah. It's more of just a little vibe.
Yeah.
Little close vibe in our little small closet room thing.
Harry Potter closet. Actually, no, we do have one. It's under in our basement. So.
We do? Oh, the staircase?
The one under the stairs with the creepy ladder in it.
Oh, I don't go in there. I
Yeah,
haven't touched
that
those
door's
doors. Locked. I don't.
That door's locked.
I haven't opened like 5 doors in this house since we moved in.
Yeah.
Like all of our guest rooms, I have not opened those doors since we closed them the first time.
Yeah, and you wanted those open.
Well, I don't know. I kind of feel better if they're open because then I can see what's in there. I don't know what's back there.
No, because my fear is like, what if we walk out of our room, right, and the doors are just open in both those rooms? Like, as soon as you leave our room, you're looking into those rooms, and like, I don't know. What if you see some shit? I don't want to see that. I'd rather it just be closed. And
I also have a fear that I'm going to wake up and the doors are just going to be open because something opened them.
Well, if that's the case, then I don't even know. I think you just have to accept your fate at that point.
Yeah, this house gives me the creeps a bit, not gonna lie. Especially when I'm by myself, because obviously he goes to work all morning and I have trouble going back to sleep once he's gone. So I'm just kind of up and you just hear every crack and little noise throughout this house and it gets a little creepy. And sometimes I'm convinced that there's something out there, but I'm gonna choose to stay in my cozy bed and try not to worry about it. Especially in the basement. The basement's scary.
Yes, it is. We have some laundry down there. Oh shit, the dryer went off before we started recording.
Oh well.
Whatever, we'll get it later. But something's in the washer. I don't want it to get all disgusting.
Well,
it's gonna wait.
We're
doing a freaking podcast. It's too late now. Whatever. But yeah, guys, as most of you know, or some of you, I don't really know who our audience is, to be honest, outside of our friends and family. We are here in Italy, thanks to the Air Force. We moved into our home last week. Actually, tomorrow is going to be exactly a week.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we just said, it's kind of creepy in here, but it is a beautiful house.
It is worth it. It's just really empty right now, so a lot of things echo and everything cracks. But it'll get filled.
We also
soon.
have a massive, well, I wouldn't say massive. We're on a good like 4-day streak right now of no bugs or spiders, but we do have. That's just a general problem out here for people in Italy. Like that's just a thing we're gonna have to get used to. And like I do love Spider-Man, but I hate spiders. I don't know if I would classify it as arachnophobia because I'm not even sure I'm scared. Because I'll go up to it and I'll kill it. Like I'll kill it dead. But I hate the idea of it potentially crawling all over me and like trying to kill me.
I don't. I feel like that would be. What is it? Arachnophobia.
But like that's like a deathly fear. Like I'm not deathly afraid of it because if that was the case, I'd probably run away at the sight of one. But instead, I've just been going up to every single one and like killing it.
I mean, you could leave them in here. They don't hurt you.
No, because when we're sleeping, it's gonna like lay eggs in my butt, my ears. That's usually where they go, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where they go. I'd rather not know.
It's usually
That's
your
my
ear.
point. I don't want to know. Like, I just don't want to deal with that. It's a disgusting thought to me. I can't say scared.
Well,
Mama ain't raised no bitch.
Well, yeah, our house is a little infested with bugs, but we've been on a good streak. It's been okay. I
4
think
days.
the main problem was that, I mean, they might come back because it's raining today, but they were kind of all coming in once it started raining for a
Yeah.
little bit. So that's why we had a bunch of spiders at our door, and it hasn't been raining the past like 3 days, but
Yeah.
it
But it
started
rained
raining again today.
yesterday and there was nothing. It's been raining all day today and there's been nothing as well. So I think the bugs and the spiders are starting to talk. Be like, yo, don't go to this guy's house because he will kill you dead. I think the word's starting to get out there. I'm making an impact.
Well, we bought bug spray just in case. We
Yeah.
haven't sprayed the house yet, but we bought it.
Yeah, I honestly I've been telling her like every day that I've seen a bug or spider, like I will pay see, that's why I oof, let's not use that. Don't want to get
You'll
canceled
pay a
already.
good amount
I
of
will
money.
pay a stupid amount of money to make sure that no bugs or spiders get into my house or go anywhere near it. I'll do it. Swear to God. I have a good amount of money in my savings and I'll blow it all if I have to. I won't do
I don't
that.
know about all
I'm pretty
that.
smart with my
That's a
money.
bit
That's a
much.
stupid thing to do. But yeah, you get the point. I'm not a big fan of it.
It is what it is. We've been okay. No eggs in our ears yet.
Yeah. Otherwise though, the house has been great. Like we said, it's beautiful. Lots of Milanese wood from Milan.
Milani's? Isn't that
Milanese.
that's a cookie?
Milan.
Milani's? Yeah, those.
Milan.
What?
Milan cookies.
I thought they were Milani's. Those things in like the white pack that come in like the little plastic container with like it's an oval cookie with the chocolate. Isn't it Milanese?
Pretty sure it's Milan cookies.
Oh, maybe it is
I don't know.
Milan. There's Milan in the name.
Yeah.
I'm picturing it on the wrapper. I thought there was an E's at the end.
Yeah. It's a very well made house. We mentioned it in our house tour video that the landlords, two women, their sisters, their dad hand built this house, bought the property, built this place by hand, and everything in here is just made by the guy, which is pretty cool. May he rest in peace, by the way. He did pass away a while ago. That's okay.
He did the Lord's work.
He did do the Lord's work. This place is pretty great, aside from the bugs and spiders.
It's just been a while since somebody was in here, so they've all just been living in here.
But not really, though, because apparently a month or two before we moved in, there were other American people.
Well, they move fast. I don't know.
I guess they do.
Bugs go anywhere. They'll always be around.
What are what kinds of things happen while I'm at work?
I mean, it's not anything like too crazy.
Because I don't really even get to experience this house unless I'm waking up or sleeping.
Yeah.
But it's great anytime I am there here.
It's not like anything like too crazy scary. It's just like constant noises, but I'm pretty sure it's more because like the washer and dryer. Because anytime they are on, that's kind of when I hear the noises, and when they're off, it's not so bad. But sometimes it gets a little questionable because then I think I hear noises in the kitchen, and then I'm like, I don't think there's anything in there that would really be making noises. But I don't know. Like I said, I choose to just stay in here, but then I might also get creeped out when I'm just sitting in here and wondering like what's out there. But I always keep the door open. I don't close it. Today was the first day that I kept the door closed up until I actually like fully got up, but I'll keep it open because I get scared.
I would get scared and have it closed. Because, like, if there is something or someone in here, like, they could just waltz right in here and you're, like, butt naked in bed.
Well, at that point, like, it is what it is. What can I do? I'm going to die anyways. At least I can hear a little bit more if the door's open.
Die naked in bed.
Well, if they're going to kill me, then they can have it. But I feel better with the door open. But I do hear some things. And I'm also still confused. When I went to go get the laundry the other day, I went to take the clothes out of the dryer, and when I went downstairs, the dryer door was open, and I'm not completely sure how that's possible. So
I think what may have happened that time, because you said the thing didn't start, right?
No, it did start.
Huh.
That was a problem. It started, and then I'm assuming it turned off 10 minutes after, because when I went downstairs, like almost 2 hours later, the time was on like 2:51, and it said 3 hours, but the door was open,
Hmm.
and that's not like a door that just like is
Curious.
flimsy and just pops open. So it just stopped, and it was open. So I'm not sure how that happened or what that was. I try not to think about it too long, because that was a day that I was hearing a lot of noises.
Yep, I'm not gonna think about that either. I don't have much to say on that. That's pretty creepy. Like the rest of this house. There's just like
The noises I can get by. There was just something about like, why is this? I kind of froze there for a bit. I was just kind of looking at the door, and I'm like, um, there's just not an explanation as to why this door should be open, because I know I closed it and I started it, which is why the time had gone by at least 10 minutes, and then it was open, and then my washer also just didn't start, even though I saw it start spinning, but nothing was wet. I don't know. There was that was a weird day.
I have no comment to be honest. It's just I don't know.
I'm just
Maybe
accepted at this point. I don't want to, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'd rather not think about it.
We haven't been doing too much. We've just been buying things, furnishing as much as we can. We're taking a little break at the moment, but nothing too crazy going on in our lives.
Yeah, we spent a lot of money, but to be fair, it's not as much as it would have been in America. That's so great. One of the things that I love most about living here so far is that everything is so cheap. Gas, not so much,
Because they
but
make you
it
pay
is what
like
it
by
is.
the liter.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know
not like
what liter
gallons.
translates to. Or wait, we did that math the other day. I
Yeah,
forgot.
it's barely nothing. Like that's why it's so expensive, because it's not really like a
Yeah.
huge difference.
But to be fair, even though it is expensive, it does offset itself because I have the little ration card or the whatever card that takes the percentage of whatever. I don't really know how it works. I just know that it equates the price to what it should be in America. So I'm not paying like out the ass because I know that what was the your car is like what 22 gallons and that's like a million liters and then at $1.83 it comes out to like almost $180.
Yes.
But then with the gas card thing, it's gonna come out to what it should be, more like I don't know, what's it usually 75, $80, 85 at most.
Yeah, that was like on the more higher end. Once
Yeah,
like gas was looking good, I'm more around like 70s.
yeah. So I do like that. I do like that everything else is cheaper. We still have to go shopping off base as far as groceries go. I want to test that out because even though we're not even spending that much money at the BX here or the commissary, thank God, I do want to test it out versus an Italian store. We might make a video on that just because.
It's
I
just
don't know.
different out there. And
Yeah.
it's still a little scary to interact with Italians.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've been noticing, but I usually just start speaking Spanish and then if they don't understand me, then we both just agree to speak English to each other.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that I'm like trying to commit to as much as possible is just trying to present as Hispanic so that way they don't immediately like get rough about, "Oh, it's an American," because they really do that out here. Yeah. My brain just stopped. Take it away.
um yeah, our interactions with Italians haven't been as bad as they were in the very beginning. We like just really knew absolutely nothing the first like week that we were here.
Yeah.
And I mean, we still like don't really know Italian, but we know how to get by.
Yeah, we're
It's not
doing
like we
fine.
really do much. We kind of just like go out to eat, and that's all that we do other than shopping. So the interactions with people aren't too crazy. And when we do go shopping, it's more of like you say hi and then they just don't talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
Or restaurants.
That's why I present as Hispanic. I'm just like hola, or I say or not grazie. That's thank you. I'm just like ciao, and then they start speaking Italian. I'm like, whoa, whoa, hablo español. I don't know what you're saying. And then they're like, oh,
People haven't thought we're American, so that's good because they immediately start talking to us in Italian, and that's the problem because they'll go like a million miles an hour, and it doesn't even give us a chance to like grasp something out of it. So at least I don't think we're Americans, but they have a little bit too much trust in us that we're Italian, and it just
well, it's just because we were at the mall the other day, right? And we're looking around, and it's such a diverse crowd out here. Like, yeah, America has diversity, but like, diversity? I don't know, here,
diversity. Do you say diversity?
In different contexts, you have to say it a different way. That's yeah.
It's diversity.
But I don't know, and the way that I was saying it, you can say it either way. I do know that for a fact. I may not be an English major. I'm terrible at English, but I do know that.
Okay.
You can say it either way.
Sure.
But anyways,
continue.
I mean, we're looking around and there's just it's so many different kinds of people. But like out here, it's more I don't really know how else to describe it other than like authentic, because in America, it'll be like those same crowds of people, but like
I mean, yeah, people are
more Americanized or like they're I don't know, they speak the language more over there. They're like speaking English and stuff like that. But here, it's like you'll see a Middle Eastern person and it'll be like a genuine, like they probably just got here a few days ago or for some reason. I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest. I just know that out here it's like for real.
Well, yeah, we're in Europe.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody gets what I'm trying to say, but like, yeah, it's so crazy out here. And I think that's why people might assume, because we do kind of look like Italians. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know about that.
But we definitely don't look white Americans. So
you can probably get by, but I definitely don't look Italian. Italian women
looking at all
are
the
like
Italian women out here,
skinny little people.
And you're a tiny
people,
person as well.
These people
There's also thin. Bigger Italian girls.
I haven't seen
in Zara, we walked by like 10 of them.
I don't remember. I just remember seeing tall, lengthy people. That's really all it is like tall, lengthy women.
Yeah,
out
that
here.
Too. But I don't know. It's
something I do appreciate, though, that people take fashion out here very seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, not like extreme serious to where it's like Milan type fashion or like Paris type fashion, but like you won't see people out here in sweatpants or like a hoodie.
People, or even if you do see sweatpants and hoodie,
it's still styling it up. It's still dressed.
It looks
like
good.
They got the nice shoes. Everybody's out here in luxury brands.
Yeah.
And they don't look like hobos. They're very put together.
With the Burberry hoodie, that thing was cool. I want it.
Yeah, I mean, the guys they're always out here looking cool and fresh, but that's something I really like out here because I'll take any excuse to dress nice, even though I haven't, because we haven't been doing much other than shopping. But we stopped at Zara and we dropped a couple $100 on some good stuff, so I'm excited to get to using those buddies. But honestly, it's so easy to make an outfit look good when you have the trench coat that everybody just wears out here. So I got me a nice black trench coat, and you could honestly wear that over a hoodie and sweatpants and I'll look put together. Just throw on like some nice shoes and I'm still gonna look decent.
I don't think I've seen that yet, but I can probably agree.
Yeah, it's really just a jacket. Everybody wears it out here. So I bought one to blend in, which might kill me because then people are going to think I'm Italian. And then
we look like these people. It's like what I was saying in McDonald's that one time. I came to the epiphany that like obviously the whole world, most of the world, I guess, comes from this side of the world. Like we're in the motherland basically. So like thinking about how most specifically Nico, he looks just like those kids that we saw in McDonald's.
I guess for Florida people, for reference, they look like Weston boys that know how to dress a little bit better, but still the skinny jean type vibe.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves a good skinny jean out here. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
it's more of the younger crowd. It's the younger crowd that likes to wear a good skinny jean.
If I lived out here in middle school and high school, I would have been a fashion god. But now
But
I'm past that skinny jean phase because she forced me.
I'm only okay with the skinny jeans if it's like a nice night out. Then that's when you need to wear the slacks and stuff. But other than that, the skinny jeans is just not a
So
thing
then
anymore.
what did I do to all my skinny jeans? Because I'm pretty sure I might have gotten rid of them. Because
Yeah, I think you did.
for fuck's sake, I'm gonna buy more back because clearly it's very much alive out here.
I'm
And I'm down
fine
to wear
with
skinny
a
jeans
skinny pant, but not jean. I can't do a skinny jean or like skinny ripped jeans. Actual like denim jeans, no. If they're skinny, no. It needs to be like a slack or a pant like the Lulus, but more fitted.
No, I'm talking about proper skinny jeans.
No, those are ugly.
Well, it's the fashion out here.
It's the younger fashion. The
I'm
older
young.
guys are dressing nice.
I'm not older.
You're
guy,
not a child.
and I'm not an older guy. So I
You
still
are
fit
a grown
in the
adult.
age, I still definitely fit in the age group.
These are high schoolers out here who are wearing these skinny jeans.
If I shave tomorrow morning, I will look like a child again.
It doesn't mean you are. No, you need to not do that. I'm not
What
with the
the fuck?
skinny jeans. What?
Oh no! I just saw a shadow.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding. No, it was like a little dust bunny flying.
Anyways, point of that was fashion out here is on point.
Indeed,
I definitely want to get out to Milan and Paris
indeed.
because
I think we should go. Depending on weather, I think we should try and go to Venice this weekend.
we keep saying that and we never go.
Well, this past weekend, I wanted to go this past weekend, but like we've already spent oh god, so much money just trying to get to Italy, and then these past 3-4 weeks, we've spent a lot more money on a daily basis, just like trying to make it by on food. So this one weekend, I just needed us to chill. It was our first weekend in their house, so we needed to just take a moment. But
yeah, I guess.
I think this weekend we're right back out, and I think we should go to Venice, God willing, with the weather.
Yeah, it's been kind of poopy. It's
Yeah.
like it started snowing again up on the mountains. It's starting to look like Alaska a bit,
It's Alaska.
but we're slowly getting to summer. I hope it's because that freaking what is he? What's that animal? The guy who sees a shadow? Groundhog? Groundhog Day.
Hedgehog? Nope,
Yeah,
groundhog.
hedgehog.
Yeah. That was, for some reason, when you started saying that sentence, I was like Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, the stupid groundhog. That like, why do we rely on that to tell us when winter is over or not?
Mm.
How did that become a thing? Just
Wouldn't
because
you
he
like
sees
to
a
know,
shago?
weather boy?
Shago? I said shag. Did I say shago? I think.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo?
No. Why does he see a shadow and then all of a sudden that means it's more winter?
This is going to be a short topic because I know nothing about it. I just know.
Well, blame it on him. That's why our winters are so long this year. He saw, I think that was right. If he sees a shadow, that means it's winter or more, 6 weeks more winter. Whatever it was, it's apparently 6 more weeks of winter. So that's why we're still in this stupid cycle of rain and nastiness.
In other news of what we've been doing lately, we don't have Wi-Fi, but we've been going on her laptop because she has Netflix still.
Somehow. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about it, but somehow she still has access to a Netflix account
that I can only access on my laptop. So
Yeah.
we use it on my laptop. Because if you didn't know, Netflix has a whole thing where like whenever you try to log into multiple devices or whatever on TVs, it tells you like, oh, you got too many accounts open, whatever. But if you watch it on your phone or your laptop or iPad or whatever the hell that's like a smaller device, you can have it on as many devices. So I've been using my laptop so I can still watch Netflix on there because I'm still logged in. Thanks.
Thanks.
To my Netflix provider.
Yeah.
But anyways,
He who shall not be named.
yes.
Because Voldemort. Harry Potter.
Are you describing his appearance?
No. He who shall not be named. That's what they refer to Voldemort as.
Oh.
Because like
I
if you
thought
say
you were-
Voldemort, you're like forsaking the world.
I thought you were describing him as Voldemort.
No.
I mean,
I
anyways,
no.
we're watching Netflix.
Yeah, we've been watching Netflix, and we have to have. I bought a $100 per year VPN, and we've just been like logging on to either of our hotspots, going into the VPN,
which hasn't been great for our hotspot usage, but it is what it is.
Yeah, our hotspot usage is currently on like its lowest possible day
because we haven't had Wi-Fi since we moved here, basically, because the hotel just.
I ordered a Starlink thing, and it's over there in the living room, probably getting eaten up by spiders. But I'm having a guy come next week to install it, so it'll be sorted soon. But anyways, on her laptop, we've been watching the new Love is Blind season.
I don't know what they're on. They're on like six now.
Yeah, I think it's
whatever
6.
The current season is that just came out.
Yeah, with the guy that looks like a thumb and the girl who looks like Megan Fox, and
she don't look like Megan Fox.
The girl who thinks she knows.
She claims.
I just saw this on TikTok actually before we started recording. Is everybody in the comments was going crazy because she was acting like she didn't know who Megan Fox was. She like wanted the other guy to say it to make herself feel good. Like she's like, I think
everybody knows.
Isn't she like MGK's wife or something? You know her name. Just say her name.
She tried to play. She didn't even know who MGK was either. She was like MGK.
Yeah,
whatever.
Man,
this girl's delusional.
Anyways, we've been watching that, and it's been very entertaining. I started off because I've never watched these kinds of show.
There's something about this season that's just like so chaotic compared to all the other seasons that we've seen.
Well, yeah, because normally in other seasons, there's not like a love triangle or a love square going this far into the pod stage.
It's also weird to see the kind of people that are in like the current seasons now, because we've been watching Love is Blind since like the very beginning, and I've noticed like the past 2 seasons have been like, you can tell the different generations that are coming in, and like that's what makes this so chaotic.
There's been some things
it's so stupid. Like questions that are being asked are like, how many followers do you have on Instagram? What the hell? Like you're trying to get to know the person, and that's what you care about, the followers. Like you can just tell the like
this season you can really tell
generations
what
that
kind
are
of
coming
generation
in.
This is. It's kind of funny. But Jinx said first, you owe me
your boobs.
I'll take boobs, yeah.
Okay.
Boobs is good.
Yep.
Boobies.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Where was I going with this?
Lots of drama.
Oh yeah, it's just been very yeah, that's what I was saying. I've never watched any kind of reality TV show until we started dating. And then now it's like the typical joke that you see all over social media that like the guy doesn't really care. He's like, that's a stupid ass show. It's
literally his favorite show to watch. I love any kind of drama series, shows, whatever it is. That's what he loves.
If some of you know me personally, you know that I don't particularly love drama in my own life. But when it comes to other people, I love to watch the world burn. It's hilarious, and I love just sitting there judging them and like, it's a good time. But this season has been especially funny, from the weird social media aspects that some of the people have been asking about to other people in the pods, and I lost my train of thought again.
And people keep leaving. Like, people have commitment issues. People don't know how to express themselves properly. I don't know. There's been 2 people that have left, both a guy and a girl.
Oh yeah, but that normally happens though. That's a usual thing.
But it's stupid.
Somebody usually leaves.
The whole point of you going on the show is to, experience it.
Well, yeah, but they
don't gotta leave right away.
They leave. No, but those people, especially in this season, the 2 people that have left, they ran their course. They tried their hardest, but in the end, it just didn't work out.
I would still talk to other people just for fun. Just strike up conversation.
Okay, but that just goes against what you just said. You're on there to find.
Well, yeah, but at that point,
it's not the experience if you're just staying for fun.
Yeah, but then I'm just like wasting time, because like, what did I apply for? Just to come on here for nothing? I'm gonna spice something up. I don't know. Just go chat with other people.
No, the point is to get serious real quick, and if you can't do that, then you're done. Just go back to whatever you were doing before, which is failing. losers.
Yeah. It's been like the main three people that are just kind of, there have been some couples that have been decent, but there's like these four. Is it three or four people? I don't know, some kind of a triangle, but oh no, it is four people. It's two girls and two guys.
Yeah, it's the guy
It's
with the
Wreck-It
mullet,
Ralph. I call him Wreck-It Ralph
Wreck-It
because this
Ralph,
man is
the
huge.
guy who looks like a thumb, Megan Fox, and the girl with the daughter,
Yeah.
who I like her a lot. She's cool as hell.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I would react if like if I was in that situation. She's like, yeah, I have a daughter, but like
I
she
mean, it's
did,
tough.
she played the cards correctly. I'd probably, obviously, I'd choose her over the Megan Fox girl.
Well, yeah, Megan
10 out of
Fox
10
girl is
times.
crazy. She
But
cries every 2 seconds.
she played it right. She was like, you need to get to know me for me, and then she brought in the thing with the child, and then that's where it's on the guy to like think on it. You either man up or don't. And
That's going to be a tough situation no matter how you do it, because you can either say it like right away and then it's going to be like, what the fuck? Or, you do it the way that she does and it's still a lot to take in because, I mean, like the guy had said, like, why didn't you bring this up earlier? She's right. Like, she wanted him to, get to know her for
yeah,
who
you
she
can't
was.
lead
But,
off
like,
with that because then,
either way, it's a sucky situation.
well, yeah, but I think introducing the child thing second is a lot better because you go into these pods to connect with somebody. And if you throw that kind of like curveball right out the gate, that completely ruins the person with the child's experience immediately.
I
If
think
they're just advertising it out the
it would
gate.
just be a bad situation if you were talking to somebody who like didn't want kids at all and you guys had like such a genuine
Well, I mean, at
connection
that
and like
point, it is what
wanted
it
to go
is.
on and then you just mention that you have a kid and then well that's out the door.
At that point, it is what it is. I mean, that's just how you have to play your cards in those pods. I don't think you should really think about potentially wasting somebody's time because the point is to get married and accept a person for everything they are as soon as possible. So it's like doing that there is fine, but I think obviously in the real world, you kind of mostly have to lead with that because I don't know,
I think it's the same thing
maybe.
because there's not really anything that's like
I mean,
different.
it's a tough thing either way. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's this other couple. I wanted to talk about this because I find it very interesting. Um, it was, oh Lord, who was it?
I don't. I
Was
wasn't
it
it.
the black girl and the the black couple, right?
I thought it was the one with the daughter. I thought she's the one who brought it up.
Oh, maybe something happened with the black couple, but they're cool. I don't know. I We'll see when we
They're
watch
doing fine. We
later.
haven't been watching. We've been busy.
Yeah, we've been busy, and I've also been falling asleep, which is funny.
Yeah, this man has a bedtime at 10:30.
I get up so early. I need to go to sleep
And
early.
that's not being dramatic. We're literally in bed sleeping eyes closed at like 10:45.
10:45, 11 o'clock. It's done.
There was a night where we were out by 10:30.
Yeah.
That was quite the night. But anyways,
But yeah, it was probably the girl or the lady with the daughter that they started talking about potentially having kids, maybe, right? Like other kids in the future. And she was like, "Oh, what's your stance on abortion?" I don't remember how she brought it up.
I think it just came up. I think it was just like one of those
Oh,
times where they were just
oh
like
yeah,
asking
because weren't they
questions.
talking about like they were going through the tough topics like politics and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
he had
they
asked like how you
landed.
feel about politics and then it just went into like
Yeah,
what do you think about abortion?
yeah, they landed on abortion, and like the thumb guy, he was like, "Well, as a man, I don't think it's my place to say, what a woman should do with her body." And with that, I completely agree. I'm pro-choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, pro-life thing is cool and all, but like that begs the question, which is an even longer conversation of, oh, when does a baby become a baby? Like when is a life considered a life? So Not that I want to take the easier road, but it should be up to the woman what's going to happen to her body, because obviously the baby is in there in the belly. So
It's situational.
yeah, it's situational, but I think
At the end of the day, it is a choice.
yeah, it's a choice regardless. Because even if you are pro life, you're making that choice.
Yeah.
That's an oversimplification, but you're making that choice to keep the baby. So it is what it is. But yeah, she was like, yeah, good on you for saying that. Obviously, you have no say. Like, if we were to have kids and whatever, or if we were to get pregnant, you would have no say on what happens. But then as much as a woman has that right, I think a man should have the rights of whether to give up the rights of the child. And I don't know, we kind of started talking about that, but I'm like, let's save that for the podcast. I was like, no, let's not talk about this right now.
It's because it's it's always going to suck for the dad, because at the end of the day, you
Yeah,
truly
the
can't
dad always gets
force the
screwed,
woman
even in
to
court
give
in
birth.
divorce.
Yeah.
Dads always get screwed. So I think if you're going to get screwed somehow, one way or another, you may as well have a choice at some point.
It's just like you can't. The problem is that you can't force the lady to have a kid. If she doesn't want to have a kid, she's not going to have it, and that's just going to
Right.
suck for you. Like, it is what it is. You can't do anything about it.
But you also shouldn't be forced to have the child with the lady if she gets the choice whether to keep it or not.
Well, that's why I said it's situational, because
Well,
there's a
everything is
lot of
situational,
different
but that's
things that
just
could be
my
happening.
personal stance, is what I'm saying.
Well, you can't say that, because there's a lot of. That's not really like a general thing that you can just throw out there, because there's a lot of different situations
Sure.
that could fall into
Okay,
that.
so like she said, what was one of it? She said if you get pregnant, if it's like a regular scenario, you get no say. Oh, that's what she also said. Yeah. She said if you get pregnant in a regular scenario, the guy
Well,
has
yeah,
no say.
because
The girl gets to do whatever she wants. But then if it's like a rape or something like that, then it should be more of a kill it kind of thing.
yes, that is what she said,
Yeah.
and that
But
makes. I mean, that
honestly,
makes
I
the
don't
most
think
sense.
that part has much to do with what I'm trying to say at all. I agree with that. I think that, well, I mean, unless for some reason the girl who
Well,
got
yeah, they
raped,
wanted to keep it. They
yeah,
can keep it. That is what
yeah,
it is. But I think, in general terms, the whole pro choice thing is on
yeah,
that side of like, well, if something happens, you should be able to do what you want
yeah.
in a
That's all
case
I'm
like
trying
that.
to say. Because there's a lot of women out there who will say, if I choose to keep the baby, you got to be the baby daddy, and like you got to do this, you got to do that. But I will die on the hill that if you get to make that choice, I get to make my choice as well. That if I wanted to, just sign it, just sign the documents, and fuck it off. Like that's a shitty thing to do, to just like send off your child with the woman and have nothing to do with it. Because obviously, 18 years later, that's gonna make you look like a dickhead.
But it's, yeah, you are. But it's like what she was saying. Like, if you accidentally get pregnant, that's something that you guys should know is a possibility. And like, you can't just because it happened, you can't just be like, well, screw it, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this because it happened on accident.
Yeah, but on the other side, if you accidentally get pregnant and you really don't want the child, you're gonna kill it. So it's like
Yeah.
if so, it's like oh, what's the what we were watching? Was it the movie?
What movie?
A movie or TV show? The movie, the guy that looked like Frank Ocean.
Oh, yeah, with the Alexa Denny? Or what's her
Exactly. So
face?
right there, they got pregnant. The girl said, "I'm gonna keep it," and then the guy had to freak out like, oh my fuck, I'm gonna have a child." And then obviously he ends up accidentally killing her, but that's besides the point.
That movie took a turn.
Yeah, that movie was so weird, but whatever. In a scenario like that, if she decides after much deliberation she wants the baby, the guy should decide, fuck, I'm freaking out or whatever he's going through. I'm going to sign away the rights. Like, I don't want it, whatever. Because that can happen, or it's like, oh shit, we got pregnant. I want to kill the baby. And then the guy could end up wanting the baby. What about that?
Yeah, sucks to suck.
Exactly. So as shitty as it sucks to suck, kid.
I don't
If you want to
know.
know about me 18 years from now, okay, but otherwise, I don't want shit to do with you.
I think it's tough because
I mean, it is. It's always tough. That's the point of the
yeah,
conversation.
I see it as like you have to know what you're walking into. Like that's literally
Well,
the
yeah,
purpose of
to
freaking
begin
having
with, if you're
sex. Like
gonna
it is what
be,
it is.
yeah, no, yeah, to begin with, if you're gonna be having sex, like obviously you got to know the risks. But like, if you're just not up for the challenge, whether you're the girl or the guy, you should have rights either way. You should have your options.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's a messy situation no matter what it is. It's just like the whole
So if we were dating or whatever, we're not married, we're just dating. You got pregnant, and I'm just like, no.
screw you.
Well, what if you got pregnant and I'm like, I want the baby, but you're like, no. Screw me again?
Yeah, because at that point it is what it is.
All right.
You can't force me to have a
That's
child.
stupid.
That's just how it is. That's what I mean. Like it's gonna suck no matter what because there isn't a situation where like it's a where anybody's winning really, or where
I
like
mean,
either
yeah,
one of you are gonna win. It's not gonna happen.
it's a lose lose no matter what, but I think that there should be options no matter what.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Not that there's really too many options, but
I mean, there's not, but like you got to have as many as possible for something so shocking.
makes sense. I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm not entirely sure if we came to an agreement on that or what. Because it sounds like you're not with the whole dad having the rights thing. I'm not sure
I
what your
don't.
stance
I
is.
don't.
Explain.
I don't know my stance either. I think it's
Oh God, I'm talking to a brick wall. Then what the hell?
no, because it's just so it's very situational. Like you can't just give a general like okay, yes and no. Because there is no yes or no. There's like certain
Well, that's why I
circumstances.
presented the different scenarios.
I forgot the scenarios.
Oh my God. I,
I don't know. My brain is like it doesn't really know to say yes or no.
well, it sounds like you have some stuff to figure out.
Well, it's not something I got to worry about, so it's not really
Well,
important
no,
for me to dwell
but
on.
like, I don't know. You should have a clear answer on that. That's just one
It's
of those things you should know.
my stance is it's gonna suck either way. So too bad.
Exactly. It's going to suck either way. So you should have as many options available to you as possible to ease the whole situation because it sucks so much.
I think okay. So this is where my brain goes to. If it's a situation where you or like where the mom isn't like doesn't have the support and like she obviously can't afford it, then I think that's fine to be like, no, you need a help. You can't just walk away from this because you both took part in the act. Like that's both of your
Yeah,
guys' fault. You can't just say screw it and leave.
I I do agree. I mean, both people as much as I'm saying you should have your options, at the end of every day I will still mostly hold the fact that, you know, you got to be responsible for your actions. I think
Exactly. So that's in that sense, I don't think, you know, the guy is really in any position to just be like, screw it, I'm leaving, or I don't want the
yeah, but
child
then at
because you
that
knew
point,
what
if
you
you're
were
gonna cut
doing.
off what the guy's gonna do, you may as well just say pro life to everybody, no matter what.
Well, that's why I said it depends on what the circumstances are. If it's a situation where like obviously she can't be supported, she needs something. Man's got to help
Well,
her do something. If there
yeah,
was
but
another
in this day and
situation where
age, you know, there's a lot
she's
of strong and independent women. So maybe if the guy leaves, it might just be for the better. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. You gotta play. You gotta try to play both sides of the coin here, because in this day and age, that girl could be like, oh fuck, he left me, whatever. But then she'll start hanging out with her girlfriends, and then they'll start boosting her up. Bitch, you don't need him. You got you.
I mean, yeah,
Women empowerment.
That's how it's gonna go. A little at some point. Obviously,
See,
not
so
in the
at the end of every day,
obviously not in the beginning.
no matter what scenario, somehow the woman always ends up with comfort and is okay. This is why the guy should have an option somehow.
Because you have no choice but to make the best out of it.
And this is why life as men sucks.
Especially if the guy is just gonna walk
screwed.
out. You left us no choice but to fend for ourselves. What do you mean?
There's also shitty scenarios where like the guy wants the baby and then the mom walks out, or like the guy walks out but then the mom decides to have the baby anyways and then just like throws it in a trash can. You know how many women do that? Just throw them in a trash can or like leave them at a fire.
Yeah.
I was gonna say fire extinguisher.
Fire rescue.
Fire rescue. Like as much shitty things as a lot of men have done, to be honest, I think leaving your baby in a trash can or a fireplace might be worse than just straight up leaving. Because you took the time and effort to like bring the human baby and just drop it somewhere.
Well, because obviously that does a lot to you mentally. Like you're not in the right space for that.
Kidding.
Yeah, it's a lot to take on, especially if you're already in a position to where you weren't exactly sure on what was gonna happen or what you were gonna do, and then the man walks out, and then you have a child, and you're like, oh my god, it's here. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I mean, you're in a weird mental state there. So yeah, people just kind of go crazy and
now I'm still gonna come back to it that a man needs his rights no matter what, because somehow I feel like the woman aspect of it is gonna like turn out okay, because it usually does.
It turns out okay, but you gotta go through a lot. It's not easy.
Yeah,
I think that's why
you can get screwed on the other side of the coin, and you know.
I think that's why the girls try to make it shittier for the guys, because we gotta deal with a lot more than you guys can or have to. I think that's why people don't really care to give you guys a choice, because you guys don't go through anything. You're just there.
We do go through a lot as men. We may not hold the baby, but we do
not
a lot
as much.
More. We do a lot more.
I don't know about that.
What do you do? What do you do from 7 to 4 p.m.?
Well, I'm not talking about work-wise. That's just being a man. That's just your job.
Exactly. Like we do so much outside of the whole carrying a child thing that like.
But that's how things.
You got it.
That's how things were back in the day. You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed
still like that now.
Men worked a lot harder back then.
I work hard.
They were out there in the field.
I do now.
Yeah.
Here in Italy, I'm not gonna lie.
Out there supporting.
I do stuff. Look.
Yes, I know you do stuff. I know.
How active I am on a daily basis is whatever. Just know that I am definitely 1,000% more motivated than I was in Alaska. So I do stuff, okay?
Anywhoozy.
Yeah, anywhoozy. I think that's a good topic. It's going to be an ongoing conversation for like ever, because everybody's going to have their opinions.
Both sides have their arguments.
Yeah. I can play devil's advocate for both. I see the pro-life stuff. I can advocate for it. Not as much as I can for pro-choice though.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other controversial topic, a big thing lately in the news. Do the news edit.
What news?
The omahlay thing.
Oh,
I've been so excited to talk about this. Okay, so you said that you don't know much about it, right?
I do. I've known since it happened.
Oh, well, when I talked to you about it like 2 days ago, she was like, "I don't know, I don't know."
Because I didn't. It wasn't clicking when you said omahlay. I was like, "Who the hell is that?"
Oh, but you know like every detail?
Yes.
Oh, well, that ruins the whole breakdown that I had in mind. Okay, but you know what? It's fine.
Yes,
it's fine.
I know the situation.
We'll run through it.
I'm on TikTok 24/7. Of course I know.
Okay. So let's take it from what we all knew at first. They were together 7 years, no ring. And they went to the concert. The girl did what she did. She grinded and she kissed him, right? She kissed Omahlay in front of the boyfriend on stage and everything.
Wasn't it when the curtains were closed?
Well, yeah, but she was like twerking. She was dry humping that man, and they kissed. They fully made out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take it from like the full rumors aspect. Together 7 years, but no engagement. And then the guy took her to the concert. And then when Omahlay came over to like get the girl on stage, he asked her like, "Oh, are you single?" And she was like, "Yes." God, that girl is such a red flag. And then they go and gyrate all over each other on stage and make out, whatever.
That did
Your
happen.
thoughts? Well, I'm saying, like, let's go from what we thought it was to what it is.
I mean, I'm with a guy. Screw her.
But are you like every other woman on TikTok or social media in general that's like, they were together 7 years but no ring? Fuck that guy.
I mean, I can see that, but you don't gotta act the way that's not what you do. Because if that's the
case, then Josh from the Sidemen, Freya should have been gone a long time ago. They only just got engaged after like 15 years of dating.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see the argument of like, oh, he didn't put a ring on it. But at the same time, like, that's not what you do because of it. That's just not any excuse to act out. Especially that public and like knowing how things are nowadays, like how that was going to go out like 2 seconds after it happened. That's just not something you do.
That blew up and we knew every detail within like 30 minutes. That was
you got all those like news reporters on TikTok.
Internet is undefeated.
You can't hide. Like everything will be out in public within seconds. But no, I won't side with her. I don't see like any argument that supports her.
Yeah.
I'm just not for that. Because that's just like that. You don't gotta act like that.
So what if I'm gonna try to bait you here.
There isn't gonna be any situation where I say yes, she did the right thing.
What if Channing Tatum was doing a live magic?
I'm actually glad you asked that, because as soon as I read that all that came up in my head, I was thinking like, even if I had the chance with Channing Tatum, no. Because
no, I guess you do love me.
Because you
finally got confirmation. Let's go.
Really? My thing is with celebrity crushes, it's not a type of crush to where if I see the man, I'm gonna throw myself on him and start humping him. It's more of like, yeah, I like that. I like that guy. I like the way she looks. I mean, it depends on the person. This girl clearly had an obsession with him and decided to go crazy on stage.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on like how much you really like these people. But for me personally, and I think for a good amount of people,
it does not depend on how much you like them. I think you're just stupid.
Well, that too. Yeah, no, she definitely, acted not right. She's not okay up there. But no, I think for like a good amount of people, that's just not something you do if you were in that situation.
And I think the worst part about it all is that the guy is more attractive than her.
Yeah,
she is clapped.
Yeah. He was a good looking man. He was better looking than her and freaking what's his face.
Yeah, Omahlay. He was better looking than all three of them. Or the two of them. That guy, he caught a major W that day. Obviously it's sad and terrible what happened to him, but like he came out a winner. Because then he went
100%, because he shouldn't have been with that girl.
Stream. He gained like 100,000 followers overnight. He got presented to a bunch of new girls by Kai Cenat, which I don't know if he's gonna follow through with that. I hope he doesn't, because like he doesn't need any more girls right now. He needs to like take advantage of all the followers and sponsorship deals that he has coming his way, go up big in money, and then he can worry about girls. But then let's break it down to, what did we know next? So then the next thing was like, turns out when the guy went on stream, he revealed that they've not been together 7 years. They've been together less than a year. Is that worse or better?
No, they've been together less than a year.
Yeah.
I still don't see.
Well, I mean, it's still
any...
terrible, but I think it lessens the blow because it's been less than a year.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, definitely better. But like, still sucks. And then when the girl came out with her terrible apology video, have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh God, she never said sorry one time. The word sorry never came out of her mouth.
No.
She tried to like sit there and justify her actions. She's like, oh, but if your celebrity crush was up there, like, no. And then her main point somehow in all of this, through her quote unquote apology, she bought the tickets.
Yes.
She's like, oh, first of all, he didn't buy the tickets, I did. So, what?
That's not really an argument.
She's
she's
ugly and she's stupid. Oh God.
Yes.
I'm glad that guy lost her, or she lost him.
Yeah, that moment needed to happen for him.
Yeah.
He's better off. There's not really any kind of. She doesn't win. Like, there's not really anything that would convince me that,
and it's crazy,
she's in the right.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because she is sitting there trying to like justify herself in like a 3-part series or something, but all her comments are off because she knows.
Yeah.
She knows she's a shithead. Screw you. What? I think Jasani's not even her actual name. She might have like disproved that in her little apology video. Whatever her name is, screw her. God. Honestly, I probably would have reacted almost the same way that guy did. Because I know there's a lot of dudes out there that'll be like, oh, I'm throwing hands on sight, or like, I'm shooting this bitch up. I would just literally do what that guy did, which is probably just stand there for like, definitely not
left.
as, yeah. No, he did, or no, did he stay the whole time, or? Because there was a video
sure.
of him walking alone away.
I don't remember. He was there for too long, though.
I do know that, yeah, he was there for too long. I would not have been there that long. Like, if you were up on that stage and, like, Channing Tatum was like, oh, you come up here, and then you guys start gyrating all over each other, the first second that I would have seen, like, your pelvises touch, I would have been walking. No reaction, and then you'd probably get home later on that night with all your bags and stuff outside the front door.
The only situation where any kind of act like that would be okay if it was a professional gig and I was getting paid.
Professional gig.
It's like
a stripper show?
No.
That's what that is, essentially. If they're getting paid for that, that's just a strip show. Because they were literally gyrating and making out.
You know, Magic Mike movie type thing.
You would have had to like been doing that before we like dated and got married. Because for us to be dating, and you know how I am, and then sometime throughout dating and then getting married, you suddenly start doing that, like I definitely would have been like, nah. Even if you made like 6 figures a year, it put me off. That would have had to have been a thing that like was already there before we got together. So that way, like, I knew what I was getting into.
A strip show, or like just dancing with another
No,
male?
like what you're saying, with like doing the Magic Mike thing.
Oh.
No, stripper and that, like, I never would have got together, even if I knew before. If I knew that you were a stripper before we got together, or like...
No, I mean like being a professional dancer.
Yeah, no, professional gyrating Magic Mike dancer. That would have had to have been a thing before we got together. Like, I should have known this before we started dating. So that way, you know.
What if I started getting into gigs now?
Not comfortable. What the fuck do I look like with my wife on a stage? Not saying it has to be Channing Tatum, but like doing Channing Tatum on stage.
That's just the profession.
And then now that we're doing all this social media stuff, you know all the shit I'm gonna get?
You see, here's the thing with that.
I already don't like it. And now imagine we're on social media doing podcasts, YouTube, TikTok. I'm going to be getting fucked from 3 ways on social media. And
well, social media would come at you no matter what because people aren't freaking mature and have the brain size of a peanut.
that's my point also.
That's just something you ignore. I think
I can ignore hate, but when it comes to that kind of stuff where it's like my significant other, my wife.
yeah, but people go off on that just in any kind of situation when male and females are dancing together.
Oh,
that always comes up, but that's dance. Like I did things with guys at Heroes.
yeah, but not Magic Mike things.
No, but you're still dancing with the other person in a certain way because that's just what the dance is.
Yes, but there's
Royal family does some pretty inappropriate things towards each other.
Royal family, like Prince Harry and them.
No, the dance group.
The group. Yeah.
Those are a little more intense. They're grinding and shaking booty, but that's their profession. That's what you do as a dancer. That's just how it is.
If you're okay with that, good on you. But like, if you now suddenly start gyrating on stage, we're gonna have to have a conversation that's not ending well.
Well, let's hope I don't get into royal family, guys.
Let's hope.
I don't hope.
Because
not put that out there.
Like in Heroes of Hip Hop, you guys are children, of course.
Oh well, that was just a simple thing.
Yeah, I know. But like the point is, there's gonna be some things like obviously it's hip hop dance. You gotta do certain things and whatever, and like sometimes you'll have a partner for a certain move or trick. Okay, you're kids. Nobody's gonna think shit of that. But now that we're all adults here, no, and that's not just suddenly gonna be a thing.
But that's the profession. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I'm not doing no ballet.
That's like one pole away from being a stripper. So no.
No. Magic Mike dance and like royal family dance are two different things.
I don't even know what the royal family dance stuff is. I've never seen it, so
that's not like anything sensual. That's just like you having a partner and somebody's behind you, like doing a little grinding move or whatever. But it lasts all of 2 seconds.
I mean, I would have to see what the royal family stuff is because I can't even begin to picture it. But like, I'm staying on the topic of the whole like suddenly you're a Magic Mike dancer. No. If suddenly like tomorrow you get picked up, I'm just like, okay, well when you get on your flight, book it one way. I'll send your stuff in the mail.
That's good to know. Well, there went my dance career, guys.
You can still be a dancer. I never said you can't be a dancer. Just don't do Channing Tatum. No, Channing Tatum. Don't do him on stage.
I don't think I'd have that chance.
Don't do any guy on stage.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Anyways, I think it's time to come to an end.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my brain doesn't have anything else to say.
Well, that's it for today, folks.
Gee. See you next time.
I'm just kidding.
Conclusion.
Yeah. If you stuck around for this long, thanks. This is gonna.
Thanks. It's the driest thank you of all time. Show a little enthusiasm. This is our first and hopefully not last episode.
No, this is definitely not our last episode.
No.
Things are just going to be a little rough the first few episodes as we are in a temporary space.
Yeah.
As in our bed.
Eventually we'll make it into the tiny room and we're going to start decorating it. We'll get our little chairs. We'll have a bit more of a professional lighting setup other than what we got going on like I described earlier. We're going to build it up and it's going to look great, guys. Trust. I don't have a lot of money, so it's going to take some time. But
this was a good start. Yeah. I don't really think there's too much to add.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're off to a strong start for our first podcast, jumping right onto abortion. is quite the topic to start off on. But I think I mean, you seem to be pretty confused about what your thoughts are, but I think I
No,
handled it pretty
I had
well.
cleared myself
Yeah, I guess you did. But you were confused there for a bit.
because I don't really have a yes or no. That's why
Yeah,
you can't say yes or no in any of those situations.
you can. At least you should be able to. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. We will. I'm like so inclined to say my usual lines right now. I have to like, you know what? That's why you should be the host and like do the whole intro and outro thing. Because if not, I'm gonna start saying all my regular video lines.
Yeah, this isn't our regular YouTube content.
Yeah, do your thing. Say the lines.
I haven't rehearsed this part yet.
Oh my god.
Anywhoosies, thanks for listening. Hopefully, at some point, we'll get onto some other little apps, platforms. I gotta see how this goes for a bit. But other than that, that is all we have for today.
Yeah, if you guys think this sucks, again, this was her idea. Take it to her.
Alrighty. We'll see you on the next episode.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.